I'm Amy.
I'm Delia.
And I'm Wendell. And welcome to
Yes, but
Why?
Podcast. Yeah. But we're in the car and we're chatting about Shia LaBeouf because it was a character that he played in the pilot's license set just now. And we're talking about like people who are doing, you know, this for their whole life, like when they're little and like, cause he was in Even Stevens and all that. And like, what does that mean? And, you know, just the journey of that.
Yeah. Like what this lifestyle can do to a person, like mentally, emotionally, like continuing forward, like the kind of character flaws that are actually kind of beneficial in this sort of thing. You know, like there are some like very negative aspects of the human like condition that will help you move forward in like performance and industry. I think faster, you know, like narcissism and like
persistence.
Like lack of empathy for others, like just saying fuck everybody. And
not knowing who you are, because then you can just hop into roles and just hop out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I bet you that would be helpful to a lot of actors. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of actors actually do kind of struggle with that, like not having anything really significant about themselves.
I don't know. I think that's a comedy thing because when I was in the like straight theater world for a long time, actors are just strong personalities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're not people like, oh, I'm not sure who I am. They're like, this is the kind of person that I am. So I don't know.
Okay.
But I guess I hung out with a lot of people who went to like grad school. You know what I mean? Like theater grad school. When you go to theater grad school, you're pretty intense. I just started working, which is hilarious for me to say in like the theater sense, as if somehow like I'm a welder or something like that. I'm like, I didn't need to go to grad school, guys. I just went right into the workforce. The theater workforce.
There are people I know in the entertainment industry that seem really confident of themselves.
Indeed.
But are actually, like if put to like gun to their head, like, they don't really, they're whatever kind of person they have to be at the time. Like they would be hard pressed to say what kind of person that they really are deep down, like what they would do in this situation. They're very unsure of themselves. I know a lot of people that are just like the second guess who they are, like, and there's some people that I have been performing with, or like I know that I've known for a long time, that I don't think I know who they are really, because they're kind of either on all the time because that helps them, and they sort of I don't know, it's like the art form is like all they are, like they're like acting and being funny and shit is like all they know how to be and what to do and stuff. And I feel like while that seems like a strong choice and like a personality, that's more like I don't know, that's more like the image of a personality that you're behind while you're trying to figure it out, or why you don't care and everybody likes that stuff you put out.
You know what that makes me think of is sometimes I think comedy, and I don't think it's like this for everybody, and I feel like there's a huge misconception about it, but like the idea is a lot of people do comedy as a defense mechanism, right? Like think of, just throwing this out here, Chandler.
All right.
So,
Beckon.
He's so he's like making jokes because he's self-conscious about himself, right? But he's not. People think he's lots of things, but he's not a comedian in the same sense. But I feel like a lot of people who become comedians start out using comedy as a defense mechanism, and some of them just essentially become like a snail, where their defense mechanism builds a shell all around them, and then it's like when you look at a snail, all you see is the shell. You're not like, oh, look at the snail. The snail's inside. You don't see the snail. Like, all you see is the shell. And I feel like that's what some people do. And I feel like there's a huge misconception that like all artists, all comedians are that.
Yeah.
And I'm not. So I'm always like, at stand-ups or at open mics rather, when they go up and everyone's like, hey guys, listen, so I hate myself in this way. Like, I just don't. I guess. So, like, I would never go up on stage and be like, this is how I hate myself.
Yeah. Even
though, like, quietly I do. Sure, I might tweet occasionally about it, but, who cares? I'm more like, this is why I'm great, you know? And so some people are going at it in a way that, I don't know, is a reflection of the personality they've always been. When I meet people, like you guys, for instance, I meet hundreds of people that come through the place, right? But only some people don't be offended, everyone who I've ever spoken to thinking that you're one of these other people. But, like, some people just don't have the heart of it. Like, they'll do it, they'll have a great time, but, like, they're not going to be 85 years old and still, like, hey, listen, I'm doing this play at the community theater, you guys should come. Like, hey, me and the other kids in the elderly home, we put together a show. Like, don't lie to yourself, like, that's where I am. Like, you know what I mean? Like, until the day I die, I'll be, like, mopping a theater. Like, that's my hope, is that I just croak, like, painting something. You know what I mean? Or, like, why would that not be the dream, right? But some people are just like, I don't know, in it for a little bit or in it for their 20s. Now that I'm older, now that I'm 37 and still doing it, I'm like, oh, some people just are like, oh, you know what's fun? When I was in my 20s, I was a comedian. Crazy.
Well, that goes kind of back to what you guys were talking about earlier, right? Like maybe I misinterpreted what you were talking about. But about how you can be like a child actor and then now you're just an artist because you started off being an actor doing something kind of creative and then now you're just like, no, I need to do other creative things. And I don't know what the fuck Shia LaBeouf is doing now, but I mean,
nobody does. Like, Shia LaBeouf doesn't know what the fuck he's doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, he's kind of just running at it. Like, he's doing a lot of cool stuff, but he's also, like, just throwing spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah.
You know?
But there's always that time. If you're an artist, I really think that, like, if he were just some schmo who did it as a kid, he would have a job. He would be like a bartender, own a restaurant or something. Mm-hmm. Like, he'd have a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the kid that played Charlie in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like the old one. He stopped immediately. And just started raising like horses or cattle or something.
I think he became a math teacher.
He looks weird. He looks so lame, which is awesome because like acting was not going to work out. Right? Yeah, he's really old. But like to look at him, he looks a little pedophile-y, but I mean, regardless, like he just looks like Charlie with a mustache and like a few inches taller. Like he still like has a child man kind of thing. So it was really smart of him because that was not a marketable look. He was not no one was gonna keep paying to put him on screen.
I don't know. I mean, you watch a lot of UK sitcoms.
Dude, Macaulay Culkin was a cute kid.
Yeah, he was Haley Joel Osment.
He is broken now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Haley Joel Osment's cute and chubby, and we all kind of are just like...
He's an adult man, which is weird.
Oh.
Who, Macaulay Culkin?
Both of them. Haley Joel Osment is an adult man.
And he looks like a fat baby.
He does look like a fat baby.
So WTF.
He was on Tusk, that dumb Kevin Smith walrus human centipede movie. Yeah, it was like...
I don't even like to think about that. Why?
I don't know. Haley Joel Osment, it's like he needs like a mullet, and like he just needs to like be this rocker dude his whole life from now on. Like he's just fat and like he looks like a baby still.
Yeah. But like think about that. Think about the fact that like these people were actors when they were children, and so now we know who they are and like have opinions about what they look like. Like who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like all the people that we know are doing this same kind of thing, and the ideal, I say with a question mark, it is that eventually there are people sitting in a room talking about us. Like, is that what I'm looking for? Is that what I'm heading towards? Is that what I'd like? Do I want, like, 10 years from now, there to be 3 people in a room going like, Amy Jordan, okay, she was all right in her first season, but, like, what the fuck happened to her hair? Like, you know what I mean? Like... Is that what I'm working for?
Her and Macaulay Culkin and Haley Joel Osment are hanging out doing graffiti and singing about pizza in the Czech Republic for some reason.
You're like working for the shit talk.
Singing about pizza in the Czech Republic. Me and Haley Joel Osment. Playing the guitar.
Oh, what if you guys did a cover of Macaulay Culkin's Pizza Underground?
Yeah,
like a tribute band to his Velvet Underground tribute band. It'd be so ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh man, what? Okay. Except you just played with. Okay, I'm not trying to do his work for him.
This idea would kill in Eastern Europe.
Macaulay Culkin,
it's a great idea.
Makes me really sad. I would, honestly,
I'll call Haley Joel Osment's people.
It must be insane to like be, like to have like a stage mom or whatever that just, takes you to all these auditions and then you actually hit it big as a kid. Like, Jonathan Lipnicki, the cute kid from, Jerry Maguire.
Yeah,
and all that shit for a little bit. Like, he got paid for looking adorable and doofy. And
that's a great word. He did look doofy.
His glasses made his eyes look huge. Like, I don't know if those actually were his glasses or just like, I don't know, the cute kid glasses that you give, children to make them look googly-eyed. But he was adorable for like 6 or 7 movies, and then you just see where he just is a normal human being, and he just grew into all that shit. And we just don't like him anymore. And
as a whole.
Well, I mean, like, we're not paying for him to do movies anymore, I don't think. But like, some people kind of get to keep doing it. Like, I guess Shia LaBeouf, he counts as a child actor.
Daniel Radcliffe?
Well,
he's a very
lucky.
Different kind of thing going on.
Yeah, he's lucky. He got to like ride a whole franchise out through like from his infancy until adulthood, and that franchise was huge.
Yeah, but then he also is like doing other things and did like real theater with like the horse thing, and he did that, and now he's
doing on Broadway,
and then he did that Allen Ginsberg something. Kill your darlings, where he like lost his butt V card on stage on the big screen.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, he's working for it.
No, I think Daniel Radcliffe's awesome.
I just love him.
I think the amount of success you see as a child definitely affects how positive your attitude about show business is as you enter an adult. Because honestly, like, no kid should have to be able, like, no kid picks the job they're going to do for the rest of their life as an infant or like as a kid, like when they start. So like the idea of getting to a point where you're an adult and you want to do this, changing your mind or like, be like, hey, you know what, show business sucks. Like, or I don't actually like this, or I want to be a marine biologist or something. It's like rare. It's rare that happens. And I feel like because that decision isn't as well informed. You
know what, though? I think that's something, too, that people don't give much credence to, and what leads to a lot of people being, like, sad as they get older is, like, yeah, you can be whatever you want. If at 42 you are like, I want to be a marine biologist, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sure you can go to school. I'm sure you can learn what you need to learn in like 2 years.
Yeah.
With your cumulative like life experience of whatever the fuck else thing you've done. You can go do that, work at a zoo, and then boom, you're doing the thing that you want to do.
Shaquille O'Neal did that. He's like a doctor and a cop and
Yeah, Steven Seagal's like a sheriff.
That is...
Right?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's a much more negative...
Yeah, doing
He was the governor. Wasn't Ronald Reagan.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but politics and this show business thing are a lot more similar.
I mean, like...
That's good.
Or the Wahlbergs that we were talking about. Like, that fast food chain that they run is pretty popular up north.
Sure.
Wahlburger.
I've never been there because it was created after I moved to Texas, so...
A lot of people...
Sorry, Boston.
Actually, the girl from Matilda... The girl who played Matilda, she wrote an article on Cracked, actually, that was talking about what that experience is like. Because, like, the second she hit, like, 14 or 15, she dropped out while she was still hot. Like, it wasn't like she kept going. She just decided she wanted to live a normal life, went back to school.
She's a writer now.
Yeah. Yeah. And, but she just talked about, like, the kind of pressure that's put on you as a kid to, like, I can't even, I'm so scared of actually getting anywhere successful in the, like, showbiz industry because I'm just really nice and malleable and I feel like I'm just going to get made to do a lot of shit I don't want to do, possibly.
Part of me feels like, I don't know.
I'm going to be like,
yeah, that happens to some people, but we're a little old for that. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe you guys need a few more years to, like...
I still imagine I'm going to have to take a shot in the mouth to get into my first movie. I don't know. Like, I just imagine some creepy old Jewish guy's going to wine and dine me.
In the mouth.
And I'm...
Oh, my God.
I'm going to weigh my pros and cons and be like, I bet it'll only take a few seconds. That's not even, like...
Right. For, like, years of success. Minimum 2 years success.
Right. And then,
minimum like, 2 years.
I would read the script, you guys. I'd read the script before I let an old man skull fuck me. I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys.
Yeah, that's the phrase for it. Certainly.
No, like
I don't know that.